From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Morning Edition.
Thank you for joining us this morning. It is Monday, December 18th.
Let's get started.
The goal was get me into Gaza, showing me off as a trophy and showing my face as an object. I was not a person.
How hostages of Hamas have been used as props as U.S. leaders go to Israel to hear their stories and learn about 3 other hostages killed.
Enough is enough. Now, when there's a certain tragedy, people come together. But it doesn't have to be a tragedy for us to come together.
Coming together to fight car burglaries in Oakland, businesses banding together, citizens taking back their streets.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Gallery Gourmet, my name is Willy Wonka.
And Wonka does wonders at the box office, turning things sweet for the silver screen industry.
Curls out of trouble, downfield, wide open. McCaffrey gets up to run with it for the touchdown.
And a nice way to start the week, right? Can you see the road to something super for your Niners? The Kings of the NFC West secure the division crown. Good morning, everybody. I'm Reed Cowan, but everybody's talking about that hit.
Yeah, well, if you look at Brock Purdy yesterday, for a moment there, we thought, is he going to get up? And he did, and he went to the tent, and he came back out, and he was Brock.
I mean, whole season before the eyes.
He put on a show in front of his hometown. I'm so happy for him because, you know, he's from Phoenix and he got to really thrill the fans. I'm Nicole Zalamis. Gianna is off. She'll be back tomorrow so we can talk more 49ers. But we are talking about the weather right now as we take a live look outside on this Monday morning. And rain is coming down hard. Check out this video shot in the North Bay early this morning. This is Petaluma and roads are looking pretty slick there. Here's Rohnert Park, a very similar scene. Be wary of any broken branches on the road. So if you're commuting, take it slow and check out conditions on the peninsula. This is what the rain is looking like in San Mateo. Massive puddles in parking lots and even ramps on freeways seeing some minor flooding. Again, be careful when driving. This is what northbound 101 looks like. No telling how deep some of the puddles can be. So slowing down, of course, will prevent hydroplaning. And thankfully, coming from the East Bay today, I didn't hit any of those deep puddles, but I did definitely hear the weather last night, Jessica.
Oh, it has been loud all morning long throughout the Bay Area. And if you live in one of those low-lying sections, or better yet, if you have an area that you commute in and out of that has bad drainage, take it slow out there this morning. I want to show you what's going on for us throughout the Bay Area. First things first, our temperatures are sitting in the 40s and 50s throughout the Bay, waking up and heading out the door. But that's not the big story for us. It's the rain that's falling on top of us. A flood advisory is in effect right now from San Francisco north of the Golden Gate Bridge into the Marin Headlands, all the way up into the North Bay too. Let's dive into that forecast right now and let's take a look at that first alert Doppler. It is a very active morning for many of us, waking up to the sound of pitter patter on our front doors or all throughout our roofs. Better yet, we're actually seeing some heavier rain all the way up into areas like Fairfield, Winters, and Santa Rosa right now. As we zoom in just a little bit closer to those communities, we can see some of those heavier showers starting to track off into the east. It was a lot heavier near San Rafael all the way up into Petaluma just about 15 minutes ago. But this continues to move off into the east. Now we're keeping a close eye on areas like Concord and Walnut Creek getting hit pretty heavy right now with some heavier isolated pockets of rain down into the Santa Clara Valley, currently falling over San Jose and Los Gatos as we wake up and head out the door. Now take it slow this morning no matter where you live. Here's that flood advisory in effect. Like I mentioned, the Mill Valley Headlands or the Mill Valley area, the Marin Headlands down into San Francisco, all throughout the East Bay, and now it's stretching up into now it's stretching up into Sonoma and Napa County as we wake up this morning. This will last until 8:45. Minor flooding is possible, like I mentioned, in those low-lying areas. Now, it's not only the rain that we're concerned about. When it comes to damage, it's also the storms that have those gusty conditions, and that's what we're dealing with this morning. We see some really windy conditions into this afternoon. 35-mile-per-hour wind gust expected near Half Moon Bay, stretching up into Bodega Bay into this afternoon with a very similar trend in those higher elevated areas near Mount Diablo. More on that in a bit. For now, I'm going to send it over to you.
All right, so of course, the most immediate touchstone right now is how this affects your traffic. A rainy day means roadways are slick, so be sure to drive slowly this morning. Leave with more than a few extra minutes. Just be safe out there, right? There have been some crashes reported and flooding all morning long in many parts of the Bay Area. So slick conditions, and especially on the bridges, the Bay bridges looking very slick. In fact, BART has issued a post on social media platform X this morning that they are also feeling the effects of this, just like you over on the Bay Bridge there. BART trains running at a slower speed today due to the wet weather, so be sure if you decide to take BART as an alternate, it's also delayed. So make some time in your planner to really get there safe. Go to the BART website, be informed, and stay here with us throughout the morning. We'll keep you updated in our next traffic report. Nicole?
Dozens of people who staged a protest and blocked traffic on the Bay Bridge are due in court later this morning. You may recall protesters in mid-November called for a ceasefire in Gaza as they blocked the bridge's westbound lanes during the morning commute. It took law enforcement 4 hours to clear the bridge. Well, now the San Francisco DA has charged 78 people with 5 misdemeanors, including false imprisonment and unlawful public assembly. A series of arraignments this week are set to begin today.
Represent us! Represent us! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now!
A separate protest on the same issue happened just yesterday in San Francisco. Demonstrators stood outside the home of Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi. They urged her to add her voice to the international calls for a ceasefire. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is now in Tel Aviv to talk with Israeli officials about the war against Hamas. He reportedly plans to push for more civilian protections and humanitarian aid. Israel has stepped up its attacks in Gaza, despite calls from some of its allies for a ceasefire. The U.S. wants Israel to scale back the intensity of those attacks. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu confirms that Israel and Qatar have restarted hostage release talks.
Well, your community station looking live at Oakland this morning, where we see you coming together to find ways to stop car burglaries that are hurting businesses in the East Bay. Sean Chitness is there live this morning in Oakland neighborhoods with these community conversations, putting business and community at really an intersection of solutions. Good morning, Sean.
Hey Reed, good morning. We're here at Winky Dinky Dogs. That's one of the businesses leading this effort here in downtown Oakland by Lake Merritt. And if you look at the data that has been provided to us by the police, we can see that car break-ins overall as a trend are going up, down a little bit when compared to last year, but over the last couple of years, that trend is moving up. And that's why it affects thousands of people in Oakland. And so these businesses, especially on this block, are coming together with this campaign saying that they are just not going to allow it. Tyranny Allen wants to get the word out to as many people as he can in his downtown Oakland neighborhood.
Oakland provided family. Oakland provided a sense of entrepreneurship, a sense of, how to take care of yourself and just moving forward, being proud of who you are.
He's created a no bipping allowed zone. Bipping, a term for breaking into a car. Tyranny is worried that businesses already struggling won't stick around if their customers and employees keep dealing with break-ins.
If we lose as a business, then we lose the structure of the city. Without no structure, then you provide chaos. Chaos is not the way we want to live.
Some businesses say they hear from customers all the time about the fear of staying in town too long.
We are suffering from all these break-ins. People are not, they don't want to come to Oakland. They don't want to visit our business.
And people who live in and visit Oakland say they feel the cost of just one break-in.
People say insurance covers it. It does not cover it. Like, it affects people, it affects working class people the most when you break a window, because you have to pay for it out of pocket.
Tyranny hopes the signs and spreading the word in person as well as on social media start a larger conversation that may convince some of the people breaking into cars to think about how it affects everyone around them.
Enough is enough. When there's a certain tragedy, people come together. But it doesn't have to be a tragedy for us to come together.
And so we talked about the data that police are providing us on the trend on car thefts. We also reached out to the mayor's office, which wanted to point out a few things. One, that they say that there are multiple types of crimes, including car thefts, that are down more recently in the last 2 months. The mayor's office also pointing to the fact that because of the work they've done to hire more officers, there are more officers in Oakland now than over the past 2 years. And they're also looking ahead to the automated car license plate readers that they will be putting all over the city. So some of the work that they hope in 2024 will try to do more in addition to campaigns like the one we're seeing here. Reed, back to you.
All hands on deck, including businesses. Thank you, Sean.